What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning. So come by and say hello. All right, if you feel like the world is on fire right now, or at least your crypto world is on fire, don't worry. You are not alone. Bitcoin is now dropped down to 25K and is showing no signs of stopping. And DEC is at, well, we're approaching 25% below the peg. Right now we're about 20% below the peg. But there is good news. This means you can now buy $3 packs from the shop. So if you want to go in, get some cards, $3 packs, plus the airdrop point that it gives you for the legendary summoners, not for SPS, but sounds like a pretty good deal, and we could be getting an even better deal in the future because I wanted to take a look at how low DEC can go. Now, we've talked about this before, and I would say that I've been relatively bullish on my DEC predictions, meaning, well, actually bullish really isn't the term. I just haven't been as bearish publicly as I have been privately. And I'm not even going to share that with you guys now, but I just want to take a look again at where DEC has tracked in the past. And so if we look here, the all-time low, which was in March 2nd of last year, DEC hit 0.0004, meaning that it was 52% or 51% below its peg. Now, here's the thing. I saw that and it wouldn't surprise me, and I've been thinking this for a while, it wouldn't surprise me if we were to reach that level again. Now, here's the thing. We are maybe a month plus, a little bit more than a month away, maybe a month and a half away from the end of the airdrop. So DEC still has tremendous utility. But there is not as much buy pressure as we were hoping for. This is now dropping quite significantly, I would say. The thing is, once it does drop below the intended peg, it does have additional utility, which is being able to buy packs. So if we were to get down roughly 50% below the peg, that would equal $2 packs from the store, meaning that you are eligible for the airdrops. And we haven't gotten any of the legendary summoners yet, so this could almost be a blessing in disguise for many people that are trying to get more packs and want to get them at a discount. Now, the thing is, this is not going to be good news for packs on the secondary market. If you are flipping those, selling those, I mean, that value is going to come down and be just below whatever the value of the packs in the store are based on DEC's price. So as we stand here, like I said, roughly 45 days away from, or 44 days, I should say, away from the end of the airdrop, I look at the all-time low and I just wonder if we can beat it. So again, I don't know where this goes, and nobody really does, but the fact is we are seeing tremendous sell pressure on DEC already, even though it has this kind of utility. So the question then becomes, well, who's selling right now? Is it the whales? Are we getting dumped on by the people who've been holding for a while that know that this is going to go lower and are trying to exit their position? Or is this just kind of the regular retail where it's following the rest of the market? We're seeing this as many people get a little scared of Bitcoin dumping down and potentially dumping down further, and this is just the general market sentiment. But the fact remains that even with the additional utility of the essentially having the airdrop points for SPS right now, as well as packs, nobody's buying, right? Or at least not, you know, we're subject still to market forces. So I don't know what happens between now and the end of the airdrop when it comes to the price of Bitcoin. I will tell you that I am not very bullish on the macroeconomic global factors. I've been talking about that for a while. And one of the things that I do worry about is, I don't know, by this time in July, we may be, it's funny because we haven't even confirmed that we are in a recession just yet. We have to wait until we have 2 quarters and get the kind of analysis from both of those quarters. So Q2 has not ended yet, but the market is not looking good. And I'm talking about the broader stock market or equities market. And so once that happens, who knows where things will go. So all I'm trying to say is that when I look at this, I try to gauge where the previous all-time low is, because we are in an unprecedented time due to the fact that there is way oversupply of DEC in the market. And ultimately, that is going to need to find a home, whether people decide to sell off and try to get back into another asset, which again will affect the price, or if they decide to use it to buy packs. Now, keep in mind, I want to remind you that buying packs does not burn DEC. This is not a DEC burn mechanism. So all of that supply still exists, but it goes to the company, and Splinterlands will decide what to do with it. And I highly doubt that they're going to be trying to tank their own token. So in a way, they may just be holding on to it for a bit, or using it as a disbursement tool for maybe like market activities or things like that. So buying packs isn't going to solve the problem long term. The only DEC burning mechanisms currently are guilds, I believe. And so if you use it for guilds, hopefully what we will see over the next couple of months is an increase in the player base due to the fact that a lot of great changes are coming to the game and have come to the game. I'm a big fan of the ranked rewards. I know there's been a lot of people complaining about it, and I think that there's definitely got to be some tweaks. But overall, I think this is going to be a fantastic way to draw new people in. And maybe drawing new people isn't even the right thing. It's going to be able to hook people who do get drawn in, right? Nobody's going to hear about ranked rewards and be like, oh, this is great. They're going to have to come through some kind of marketing funnel. And once they do get in, then hopefully we hook them with the new ranked rewards, Modern and Wild, as well as land potentially coming up here in the next 6 months by the end of the year. Again, it's not functional land, but everybody just gets excited about land regardless. So the way I look at this is there could potentially, like, what are the big takeaways, right? There could potentially be an uptick in pack sales. So I don't want to be totally bearish and negative on here. One of the benefits is that the lower the price goes, the cheaper packs become. The question is, who's buying those packs? Are we having big investors come in to buy the packs? Because right now, I think a lot of investors are showing that they want to be risk off on many different assets. So this is going to come down to the player base. And as we know, the player base is somewhat tapped out. Otherwise, these packs would have sold out a while ago. But maybe your mind is changed a little bit when you see the packs going for 25% off, or at least right now 20% off. If we get down to near the all-time low of 0.0005, that could be 50% off packs. And what will be interesting to see is where the Splinterlands card market starts to go in terms of Chaos Legion card values, because if the pack values, or the pack price, I should say, decreases, but the cards remain somewhat valuable, we will see a nice arbitrage opportunity where many folks will go in and say, well, the value that I'm getting for packs, buying them at this kind of discounted rate is pretty good. So that being said, don't forget, when you buy packs, you could still use vouchers for bonus packs. So there is your voucher utility at the moment. And so I'm excited about this long term. I'll say mid, short, mid, long term, whatever the case. I don't really have a time frame for it, but I don't mind the prices going down for DEC. What it's going to do, and what it's already done essentially with these lower prices, is nobody cares about DEC rewards anymore, because DEC rewards are simply non-existent at this point in time. And the lower this goes, this means that less DEC is printed over time. Sure, Modern and Wild is going to come through and they're going to double the DEC pool, but at these low values, I don't think that's going to change much. And I will say that I don't really care. I actually never even check how much DEC I win in a game. I am more concerned with my reward shares, because that has now been gamified and I much prefer it, right? Because I want to be able to get as many rewards as possible. And I think that kind of meta shift, or like perspective shift, that the team created by adding this in has been fantastic. So hopefully we start to see an uptick in the amount of packs sold as people look at this and they say, well, should I sell my DEC at a loss or below peg, or should I just go in and redeem it for its intended value for packs? I think we will start to see that number tick up over time. And again, you know, this is the long game that you got to be playing with this. And if you have faith in the team and faith in the project, then I don't think that you should be very worried. Is your portfolio in the red right now? Yes, so is everybody else's. And I get it. That's not easy to look at, but there are options if you are holding a decently sized bag of DEC. And I would say the best option right now is to consider buying packs. Again, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what you can do if you want. And if you're looking at this DEC price and freaking out, just know that you can get discounted packs with the DEC that you are holding. So again, is it a perfect fix? No, but this is how Splinterlands is backing their stablecoin, which is DEC. They want to keep it at that peg, so they will always be offering products, or they'd like to back their token with these products. So silver lining from this is we may get to see Grandmaster Wrath sooner than later, and even some of those other, I forgot the names, Immortalis and some other legendary summoners. So we'll see how the pack sales go. If anything, this could spur more pack sales, and maybe Aggroed will be right in his quasi prediction for November. Just when I say quasi prediction, I don't know that he made an official prediction, but he did point out the run up in Untamed and kind of extrapolated that out to November 2022 for Chaos Legion if you were putting those charts next to each other. So there's a good 5 months between now and November of 2022. And if we are starting to see a discount on packs, I am very curious to see what the rest of the market does. And maybe not the market, but the player base does now that this opportunity has become very much available and could even be cheaper in the future. So that's all I have for you guys in this video. Be safe, guys. Stay okay. Mental health is most important first and foremost, and keep in mind this is just a game. If you have put too much money, if you're feeling awful about if you're feeling anxious and awful about your assets within the game, just take that as a sign that you are overextended and you've put too much into this game. And I think one of the big shifts that I've been talking about with a lot of folks actually is taking a step back from viewing Splinterlands as an investment and looking at it merely as a game in which you own your assets and can cash out at any time. And sure, these are deflationary assets. Each card individually is deflationary. So in the long run, as the game continues to grow, there will be opportunities for price appreciation, but that is not guaranteed. At the end of the day, though, you do own your assets, and that is a nice thing to have in a Web3 project like Splinterlands. So that's all I have for you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, how you are feeling, if you're freaking out, what your game plan is, and we can continue the conversation there. But I just wanted to throw something out to let you guys know that it's not all doom and gloom, even if Bitcoin goes to whatever it's planning to go to and drags the rest of the market in it. There's going to be opportunities. And again, these are not investment opportunities because none of this is financial advice. This is gaming opportunities where you can go in and actually get some packs for real cheap. So keep an eye on the card market, keep an eye on DEC price for the pack values, and there may be some arbitrage opportunities in there for you to go in and either build up your deck or maybe even flip some cards. I'm not good at flipping cards though. I don't really focus on it, so I don't really want to comment on it other than that there might be an arbitrage to keep an eye on. So that's all I have. Have an amazing rest of your day. I will catch you all in the next video, and I will see you around the game. Take care.